point, we will get into our speeches for tonight by having our evaluator for our first speech, Troy Freer, talk to us about what Matt's going to accomplish tonight.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Matt is going to be presenting the 10th project from the Competent Communicator Manual entitled Inspire Your Audience. His objectives: to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives and challenging the audience to achieve a higher level of belief or achievement. Also, to appeal to the audience's needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes, and quotes to add drama. Finally, he is to avoid using notes unless he has changed it. Matt, is the time still 8 to 10 minutes? Matt's presentation time, Mr. Timer, will be 8 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker, after 4 long years, is completing his Competent Communication Manual, finally. His project is 10th in the manual, Inspire Your Audience. Please welcome Matt Spindler.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
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 That was positively anemic. Let's try that again, shall we? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you, much better. I want you all to go back to your childhood for just a moment. If you've ever responded to the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Please, raise your hand. Looks like quite a few of you. Next question. If you ever achieved that childhood goal, please raise your hand. Not quite as many, but still had a good amount. For those of you that didn't achieve your childhood goal, did you ever wonder why? Why didn't you become a policeman, an astronaut, or the President of the United States? What happened? Chances are, at the time you responded to that question, you really wanted to be that. Insert answer here. So again, what happened? Several weeks ago, I had the great pleasure of attending the Chick-fil-A LeaderCast. And one of the speakers, Dr. Henry Cloud, made a statement that resonated with me and inspired me to give this presentation tonight. He said, desire will not achieve goals. Focus and priority do. Now, at first I was a little skeptical when I heard this because, frankly, I've been indoctrinated to believe that if you have passion for something, you can conquer anything. I really want to lose 15 pounds. I do. Does that mean I just need to want it badly enough? Sadly, my friends, it's not enough. David Allen, one of Forbes' top 5 executive coaches, says that in order to focus, you need to clean your kitchen. What I believe he means is that in order for us to have the necessary concentration to focus on doing what we need to get done, we need to clear the decks. We need to get rid of the negative habits that we've accumulated over our lifetime in order to focus on doing what it is that we want to do. All my life, my weight has yo-yoed up and down. When I was 22 years old, I drank 44 ounces of Mountain Dew every single day, sometimes more, and my lifestyle was definitely not what one would call healthy. I finally made the decision to improve myself because I got to the point where I didn't like the way I looked. And I felt like my whole life was spinning out of control just because of my lack of health, the way I felt about myself, low self-image. So again, I made a choice, a decision to improve myself. And I did that by giving up sodas, and I started hitting the gym. Within 2 months, I had lost over 20 pounds just by changing those two habits, those two behaviors. As a result, I started to take control of my own life. And that was something that was very important to me. But it's not always easy. You fall down sometimes, and that's okay. We're only human. Over the years, I've lost focus, and I've stopped going to the gym, and I've stopped trying to be healthy. It happens. Sonia Richardson-Ross, a 4-time Olympic champion, has this to say about focusing in a world of distractions. Set goals. Focus on them every day. Focus on victory. And focus in adversity. During the London Olympics, Sonia came around the final turn in the 400-meter race. She was in 3rd place. She had to dig deep into her mental and physical reserves in order to overtake her competition in the last 50 meters of the race. She won the race. If you can visualize and look back on all the lessons that have led to where you are today and see yourself accomplishing a goal, you can win, just like Sonia did. Over the years, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten home from work and have basically said, I'm just too dang tired to go to the gym tonight. Again, it happens. Nowadays, I pack my gym clothes in the car. I don't even go home until I've gone and work out. As a result, focus in adversity has led me to discipline. Someone that knows about discipline is Lieutenant Commander Rourke Denver, U.S. Navy SEAL and star of the movie Act of Valor. He says that training is a key component to accomplishing your goals. As you all know, Navy SEALs go through extreme training in order to become the elite fighting force that they are. Lieutenant Commander Denver says that in order for me to accomplish a mission, I need to have a support structure, I need to have a team. So what does that mean for me? How can I apply that to my own quest to slim down and get healthy? Well, basically it means I need a workout buddy. Or at least somebody to be a motivator and a cheerleader for me to get me going, even on those days when all I want to do is go home, put my feet up, and have a glass of wine. So, I learned a great many things over the length of the leader cast, which, as I mentioned, it was several weeks ago. And I think all of the things that I learned that day that inspired me to give this presentation can be summed up in the words of John Maxwell. Now, for those of you that don't know John Maxwell, he's an extremely prolific writer who writes about self-management, leadership, teamwork, how to fit in with your company. He's a very intelligent man. I've had the honor of actually sitting with him and listening to him in small group settings and in large group settings. And one of the things that Dr. Maxwell is very fond of talking about is being intentional in your life. That to me is such a potent statement because all too often in my own experience, I have found myself simply floating through the currents of life. Just kind of riding wherever the waves are taking me. I'm doing my own thing, and I haven't really focused on living intentionally. And I'm going to paraphrase because Dr. Maxwell didn't quite say it in this fashion, but he did, I'll just say it, don't be content to let the current of your daily life dictate who you are and what you can be. If you're going to live, live intentionally. Live with intent. Since I started working on this presentation, I've committed myself to changing my dietary habits, to going to the gym a minimum of 4 times a week. And I'll tell you this, in the time that I've done this, I'm experiencing an awakening and frankly screaming of muscles I had forgotten I had. I've also lost 5 pounds, and I'm feeling a lot better about myself and where I'm going and the decisions I've made. So my challenge to all of you is 5-fold. Number 1, Identify your desire, set your goals, and write them down. Number 2, clean your kitchen and focus on getting rid of negative habits. Number 3, make good habits and focus in the face of adversity. Number 4, develop a team support structure and have a cheerleader. Number 5, meet your goals and live intentionally. If we can do these things, we are well on the way to living our dreams and living intentionally. Madam Toastmaster.